Welcome back. We now head down to Dover where the New Jersey Antique Radio Club held a show and swap meet. Let's take a look at some of these old beauties.
The sound of an antique radio. The central point of entertainment for American families from the 1930s through the 60s. Even still today, there is a fascination with the golden era of old-time radio. For members of the New Jersey Antique Radio Club, it's a passion.
Yeah, the club was started in 1992, and so it's been in existence for, 12 years now, and we have over 200 members, and there's a core group in there that comes to our meetings every month, like 50, 60 members come every month. So, and at each meeting we have a technical presentation about something about radio or of that ilk, and then 3 times a year we have these swap meets, one up north here in Dover, and then 2 in central New Jersey in Hazlitt.
We get a very good response from the local community, people who have radios, who have an interest in radios, people who have maybe never even thought that they might be interested in collecting radios will see our ad, come by and see that we're actually doing something that's very interesting to them, and that is we're showing all kinds of old electronic equipment, radios, phonographs, television sets, even the documentation, the paper, catalogs, books, all kinds of radio-related memorabilia. All are on display for sale for collectors to see and to add to their own collections. We're doing that today, and basically we're having a very good time, showing out all this equipment, seeing everything, getting a chance to chat with the people who are interested in this kind of hobby.
The club is not just for collectors. It's a hands-on old-time radio experience.
Another feature of the club that's very popular is a repair clinic, where 3 times a year, for a whole Saturday, members can bring their radios and have them looked at by experts. And one of the questions I always get is, what about parts? How can you get parts for these old things? Well, the club has a tube program. We have so many tubes now, we're not taking in anymore. We have over 10,000 tubes. So we have plenty of parts, tubes, capacitors, resistors, and they're sold to the club members for very cheap, $1, $2.
If you bought a radio today, for example, and you're a collector and you're a little bit new to the hobby and might need some technical assistance, we have clinics, radio clinics, where you can bring your radio and technicians from the club will work with you to figure out if your radio needs repair, if it does need repair, what needs to be fixed. We can get you the parts. We can actually do the repairs for you. And what you do is end up paying basically for the parts that need to be installed if necessary. And then you go away, your radio's working, and you've got something in your collection that you can enjoy. What's the point? When you want to turn the radio on, you want to enjoy using it, right?
It's not just radios. Old-time record players resurface here as well. The sweet sound of vinyl on a 45-only RPM phono. Now that's music.
Today there is no record player, really. It's a CD, and then you show somebody who's 15 years old a piece of vinyl, and they don't even know what it is. So they're kind of intrigued with that, too. And we're finding that we see more and more younger people, which we hope that continues, because without that, it would die off after a while. But we see younger people are intrigued by it.
Intrigued? Find out more. There's info on workshops, swap meets, membership, and more. Don't let the word antique fool you. This club has a website.
Well, the web is probably the best way to reach out into the community. It almost seems sort of a contradiction, the Antique Radio Club and the World Wide Web. But there's just an enormous amount of information that was previously very, very hard to find or unavailable that's available on the Internet now. The club has its own website. You can look us up at www.njarc.org. And that's where we make our meeting announcements, and we have some other information that's posted there that's of interest to the collector community.
For all who have grown up through the classic age of radio in the 40s and 50s, the transistor age through the 60s and 70s, and to all who would like to step back to a computerless, videoless, CD-less age, the New Jersey Antique Radio Club might just be for you.